This area, in the middle of nowhere, where the hell am I, is worth over $1 trillion. And it might just be the most important plot of land in America right now. The McDermitt Caldera, a 28 by 22 mile wide area that spans northern Nevada and southern Oregon. This is in Humboldt County, the northernmost county in the state. Quiet, rural area with one major city. And it is about to look very different in the next 5 to 10 years. You see, something was discovered right here at Thacker Pass that's gonna affect the county, the state, the American economy, international relations. I mean, the list just goes on. And there is plenty of controversy surrounding it. I am in the middle of nowhere. Welcome to Winnemucca. This is Winnemucca, Nevada.
It's just a friendly, welcoming community. It's home.
The city became a central shipping point to mines after the completion of the Transcontinental Railroad in 1869. Silver ore and gold were discovered through the 19th and 20th centuries, boosting the town's population and economy.
I believe Nevada is like the 4th largest producer of gold in the world.
Gold is huge here. There are mines nearby that have been operating for decades. Winnemucca has always been a ranching and mining town. Most people in town aren't raised here. They end up moving out here by themselves or with their family for work. And it's almost always work in the mines. And now, a new discovery will change this place.
You know, we won't just be a stop in the road on the way to Burning Man.
Just north of Winnemucca is the McDermitt Caldera, considered the origin point of the Yellowstone hotspot. Hotspots are caused by hot materials rising from near the Earth's core. The hot materials heat up a magma chamber, and eventually that pressure has to go somewhere. Eruption. Lava spews out all over and destroys everything in its path. Somewhere between 16.3 and 16.4 million years ago, that now empty lava chamber eventually collapsed in on itself and created a caldera. The combination of hydrothermal fluid, rainwater, and groundwater creates a lake bed in the caldera. At some point, the magma looked like it would erupt again, but didn't. And those rising temperatures pushed up even more hydrothermal fluid that created even more mineral enrichment. Over time, the minerals settled to the bottom of the lake, and over more time, the water in that lake evaporated and left a thick layer of clay at the bottom. And this clay might as well just be a big pile of muddy cash, because in this clay is white gold. And a white gold rush is coming for Winnemucca.
It's not the first gold rush that's come to Winnemucca.
Okay, I'm heading about 60 miles north of Winnemucca right now to an area called Thacker Pass, the epicenter of lithium mining, not just in the McDermitt Caldera, but in all of America, and kind of the world. So let's go see what the most important plot of land in America looks like. About 15 miles from Thacker Pass. I lost cell service like about 15 miles ago, so we are off the grid. Okay, I think we made it. You see, Thacker Pass has a very specific type of clay called illite clay, different than the smectite clay that is more commonly found throughout the caldera. That illite clay has an incredibly high concentration of lithium in it, more than double what's found in the smectite clay. The area was known to have mercury, gold, uranium, and gallium enrichments, but the behemoth now is lithium. And that makes Thacker Pass one of the most important plots of land in America right now. There's an estimated $3.9 billion worth of lithium back there. 2 million tons more lithium than the current largest mine in the world in Bolivia. And the entire McDermitt Caldera is estimated to hold $1.5 trillion of lithium, making it the largest reserve in the world. But it's currently untapped. Right now, about 90% of the world's lithium is mined in Bolivia, Chile, China, and Australia. And the US currently imports its lithium from those countries. China dominates the processing of lithium globally, and we are playing catch-up. Just look at the approval process for the mine at Thacker Pass, how quickly it was pushed through. Maine has a large amount of lithium in hard rock, but the state has very strict laws around mining. North Carolina also has lithium in hard rock, but mining there would require moving people out of houses, rezoning, and all kinds of other complexities. But companies are still trying. There is a mine in Silver Peak, Nevada that mines lithium through brine and processes it using evaporation ponds, a process that takes time and very specific climates, so it can't be done anywhere, and it's only a fraction of what could be produced at Thacker Pass. And humanity is definitely gonna need that lithium. Let me show you. Humanity has lived through the Copper Age, the Bronze Age, the Iron Age, and now we are in the early stages of the Lithium Age. The International Energy Agency believes that the demand for lithium could rise 40 times by 2040. Lithium is the main ingredient in the batteries we use for our phones, laptops, tablets, vapes, power tools, toothbrushes, basically anything that uses a battery, and especially EVs and other forms of renewable energy. As America and the global population transitions away from fossil fuels and invests more in things like solar, wind, and hydropower, the energy harvested will need to be stored somewhere. More lithium-ion batteries. Okay, I see some no trespassing signs. Now, a lot of companies are looking for approval to mine here, but only one company has it, and that is Lithium Americas, which, by the way, just split into two, a North American entity and a South American entity. And a lot of people think it was to distance themselves from the South American entity, whose largest shareholder is Ganfeng Lithium, a Chinese lithium company. The company has the rights to mine acres of land here, and it broke ground on the 30-month construction project in March. But it's estimated that mining and processing of lithium here at Thacker Pass won't start until 2026. The company plans to operate this mine for over 40 years. The first 20 of which will remove material from above the water table in an effort to not affect the supplies in the surrounding areas, with plans to propose a safe way to mine below the water table. Yeah, I'm sure it'll be very safe. General Motors has invested $650 million into Lithium Americas to get exclusive rights to the lithium mined here at Thacker Pass for the first 10 years, with an option to extend another 5 years. And Lithium Americas is pushing for approval for other mines all throughout the McDermitt Caldera. Seems like a win-win, right? But it's much more complicated than that. If you look into this story, one of the first things you'll find are the indigenous tribes that are protesting the mine. The Paiute and Shoshone tribes consider Thacker Pass sacred, a site where their ancestors were massacred on 2 separate occasions, one being by the US Cavalry in 1865. And they have appealed and protested at multiple points throughout the process, even bringing it all the way to the 9th Circuit Court of Appeals, where ultimately it was approved. The mine at Thacker Pass is the first of its kind. It is the only clay-based lithium mine in the world. Processing of clay-based lithium is unproven, or at least untested at a large scale. Currently, 100% of the world's lithium comes from brines and hard rock. Lithium Americas, the company itself, has said the project will be the first of its kind with respect to lithium extraction, and therefore lithium carbonate production from clay mineralization. As such, technical challenges could occur. The technology utilized in this project is not new to mineral, metallurgical, and chemical processing. However, it is being used in a novel way. The mine also highlights the paradox of mining for green energy products. Environmentalists in general conclude that all mines pollute in one way or another, and many worry that the mine will affect local wildlife and vegetation, like the pronghorn antelope, golden eagles, sage grouse, and a species of snail that could already end up on the endangered species list. Mining lithium also uses a lot of water, in a region already affected by droughts. And then there are the localities like Winnemucca.
There's going to be change, okay? You want to try to manage the change so you don't lose your quality of life.
Construction of the mine and processing center will require about 2,000 workers, 25% of the city's population.
It'll be a big boom for our economy, but it'll also be a big burden on us. Water demand, the sewer demand, the man camp is located within the city limits.
Lithium Americas has plans to build the lodge or man camp where the workers will live, and those workers will certainly flock to local businesses and restaurants.
There will be quote unquote big city problems that they haven't experienced before.
But then comes the operation of the mine. So we're anticipating 2,000 to 3,000 new residents to our community. Like every place else in America, we don't have the housing. We have contractors here who build houses, and most of them can maybe put 4 to 6 a year on the ground. That's one of my biggest concerns is housing, where they're going to live.
The Department of Energy just announced a $2 billion loan to a company called Redwood Materials, Inc. in Nevada. And our government just deemed University of Nevada, Reno as a tech hub, giving it more opportunity for funding and resources. The goal is to create a self-sustaining lithium loop, where the mineral is mined, processed, manufactured, and recycled, all here in Nevada.
We have all the interests that make up a car battery. We have the Tesla Gigafactory, Redwood Materials, recycling. It's developing, it's happening. Discussions like we had today help close the loop. But part of the loop is we need housing, we need training, we need sewer plants, we need schools, things like that. So that's part of the loop.
And all of that puts the state front and center in the country's quest for a green energy economy.
We may have growth that I don't want.
What does that mean?
That means I'd hate for us to grow to the point where we're like a major city, like Reno. I like a small town.
This region is well suited to be able to handle this and to handle it well.
But Thacker Pass is just the beginning, and lithium is only one piece of the puzzle. We're gonna need many more Thacker Passes, along with mines for cobalt, nickel, and graphite, if we want to compete on a global scale.